Hi, and welcome to another in the series of practice games that I'm creating that can be done in a home environment. And today's focus is on chipping. So I'm going to be using my 54-degree sand wedge. I've also got a bucket that's been half filled with sand, and I've got 2 house bricks. So the object is to chip balls into the bucket, and with accurate shots the sand will help the balls stay in the bucket. And the purpose of the 2 house bricks is to help me to alter the angle of the bucket. So it's helping me to practice different ball flights. So I've now positioned the bucket 8 paces away from where I'm going to play the shots from, and I'm using one of the house bricks. So I've now tilted the bucket so it's laying on the side of one of the bricks. I'm also using 12 balls. So I'm going to chip 12 shots and see how many balls I can get into the bucket. So once I've played 12 balls, then I'm going to count how many balls I've got into the bucket. So in this particular game I've got 5 balls in the bucket. And as I've played this game for the first time, that score's my personal best score. So I'm going to record that score onto my scoring sheet, collect all the balls up and play the same game again. So I'm looking to try and equal or beat my personal best score. That also helps me to understand pressure. So as I start to get close to beating that score, I've got to maintain the same shot process rather than thinking about what I'm trying to do. Now once I've completed this game, I'm then going to set the game up again with 2 house bricks under the bucket. So I've now positioned a second house brick underneath the bucket. So it means now the bucket is stood a little bit higher, which means that I've got to increase the ball flight. So with the first example, with just using 1 house brick, I was using neutral loft. So I was using the 54 degrees of loft when I hit the ball. But now I need to increase the loft. Now I can go to the golf bag and use a more lofted club, but in this instance I'm going to stick with the same club. So the purpose of this instruction, I'm going to move the ball forwards in the stance. So I'm going to put the ball more towards the left side of the stance, and that has the effect of just increasing the loft angle at the moment of impact to help me get the ball a little bit higher. So again I'm going to use 12 balls, see how many balls I can get into the bucket. So after playing 12 shots, find that I've got 3 balls into the bucket, mark those scores onto my scoring sheet, and then collect the balls up, and I'm going to play the same game again. So I'm trying to challenge that score of 3 with the second game. So the third game I'm going to look at is where I'm going to put the bucket onto the ground. So I'm taking both bricks away. So I'm going to now play a much lower shot. So the third of the 3 games I'm taking a look at, I'm going to work on a lower ball flight. So I've now taken the bricks away, laid the bucket onto the ground. I could go to my golf bag and get a straighter face club, but I'm going to stick with the 54 degrees. So with the first game I was using the natural loft of the club. With the second game I was increasing the loft, and with this game now I'm going to decrease the loft. So to do that easily, I'm going to position the ball further back into my stance. So it's now into the right side of my stance, as I'm a right-handed golfer. And this has the effect of pushing the shaft a little bit further forwards and reducing the loft angle. So I'm going to play 12 shots and see how many balls I can get into the bucket. So after playing 12 shots, find that 6 balls have finished in the bucket. I'd record that score onto my scoring sheet and then collect the 12 balls up and play the same game again. So I'm trying to challenge my personal best score with the second game. This now completes the focus I've had on this particular chipping game that can be done in a home environment that's challenged the ability to alter the loft of the club. So I started the first game using natural loft of the club, which in this case is 54 degrees. Then we pushed the ball further forwards in the stance to increase the loft of the club, and then brought the ball back in the stance to decrease the loft of the club. And I've used a bucket, some sand and 2 house bricks as my target area. I hope you found this instruction both helpful and useful, and please take time to subscribe to the Golfing Partner YouTube channel, and also hit the bell for notification of new lesson uploads that will take a focus on practice games and practice drills. Please enjoy.